Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of our all-staff meeting. Of course we wish we could all be in person to share this, but we'll definitely do that next quarter. Just from a COVID perspective and safety perspective, we're going to do one more time just online. But with that being said, I'm very happy for you to join us today. We're looking to keep this meeting fairly condensed, so do stay tuned in. Of course, I'm your Executive Director. I'll provide you with some updates. Then Jen McEwen, our Director of Human Resources, will provide us the updates. Mike Grieber has a special announcement that he will be providing, and then Lindsay Magut's going to wrap us up with the COVID-19 update and a few things. So of course, first things first, everybody sells, right? Thank you. You all are a part of the sales process. Anna, Heidi, and the team there, along with Joe and Amy, yes, they're responsible for the selling of the community. But ultimately, they're only able to sell the community based on the extraordinary and incredible work that you do each and every day. So with that said, we started a new year back in October. We are off to an incredible start. We have 7 sales, it says on there. Actually, we're at 8 sales year to date. We're on a budget of 10, so the team has been doing extraordinary. Assisted living, a little work to do there, but we're seeing a lot of positive momentum there. The health center, it's been a banner month for the health center. The quarter average is 27.2. This month alone, we're going to be north of 32 for certain, and probably ahead of that. So banner month for the health center. Thank you to all the CNAs, the food and beverage team, the housekeeping and maintenance staff, of course, along with the nursing support to achieve that and provide that incredible service to our seniors across the community. And lastly is memory support. So a little down there as well, but again, the work that you're doing in that neighborhood is absolutely incredible. I'm very, very excited at how strong we've started this year, and I'm looking forward to that momentum continuing. The extraordinary impressions focus for this quarter, again, new year, right? Same expectations from an extraordinary impression standpoint. The focus this month is we treat everyone with courteous respect, right? Respect is something so foundational, something that doesn't cost any money to do, but it's the respect that we treat each other with. Of course, that's the respect we have for our residents, but more so focus on each other, right? We know we all have down days. Don't let that creep into not respecting each other in the jobs that we do. Don't think that your job is more important than another position here at East Castle Place, because I assure you, everybody is interconnected. At the end of the day, keeping respect at the focus and the foundation is going to be key. The quote that I'd like to share is, we are not a team because we work together. We are a team because we respect, trust, and care for each other. So let's keep that as the focus for this month. All right, exciting times. We are right in the thick of when expansion and renovation is going to begin. As a reminder, and for those of you that are new to East Castle Place, we'll be going through a pretty large renovation and expansion process beginning in April. And so what that looks like is, of course, we'll be adding 30 new apartments to our water tower building. Those 30 new apartments are all going to be entrance fee independent living. Kudos to the marketing team, we already have 18 of those apartments pre-sold. That is huge. That is to a list that it's a very finite list. We haven't even released this to the general public yet. And so kudos to Anna, Heidi, and the marketing team, Cooper and Alyssa, for the accomplishment in selling 18 apartments already. The other piece of this is renovating the first floor commons area. So Lindsay Hall, where we currently are, will get a complete facelift. The dining room gets a complete facelift. We're adding a bar and a bistro, as well as redoing the entire fitness center. Then we're going to right size the healthcare area. And for those of you that work in water tower and then have to walk across the campus to maybe CBRF or the healthcare center, we're going to put all of healthcare underneath one roof. And so the first part of the project, Bradford Terrace is going to go through renovations and going to turn into our new assisted living. That assisted living is going to be on the first, second, third, and fourth floors. And then our skilled nursing is going to be on the 5th floor. So approximately we'll have 18 currently assisted living apartments, but don't fear. Our CBRF license is going to assist us in the transition of those residents. So what the timeline really looks like for us, beginning in April, they're going to start renovations. C.G. Schmidt is going to be on site. They're going to take down walls, and we're going to move offices off that first floor over into water tower, and the first and second floors are going to get completely renovated. Third, fourth, and fifth will also have renovations, updates, carpet, paint, things of that nature that will occur during that time, but much more to come on that. That's about a 3 to 4 month process. That begins in April. Now, with that, of course, we can expect some headaches, but what you can also expect is a lot of communication coming from myself, Lindsay, and your supervisors to make sure you're caught up to speed and aware of everything that happens with this renovation. Once Bradford Terrace is done, we'll move all the residents from Water Tower over to Bradford Terrace. Then Water Tower becomes vacant completely. They'll do all of the renovations in Water Tower, turning the 52 current apartments into 30 beautiful independent living entrance fee apartments. The timeline is anywhere between 14 and 16 months. The first floor commons will get integrated into that time frame somewhere. But again, the most important thing that I want you to know is that you will be communicated with. That's going to be via on-shift, via staff memos that are posted by the time clocks and on the HR boards. And I know that you receive a lot of communication. And I know that you may receive that on-shift message and you toss it away. I really am asking you, along with COVID updates, to really pay attention to those. Because the last thing I want is for you to be frustrated that for some reason the entrance wasn't open this day and you had to walk all the way around when we told you a week in advance that the entrance was going to be closed and you had to navigate that. So please do pay attention to those memos that will be forthcoming. Again, the end goal and the end result is going to be something absolutely beautiful. And here's some of that beauty. And so these are some renderings that will be posted on the website. This is what our front lobby is going to look like. The front lobby is getting a complete refresh and remodel. We're going to be more efficient for our front desk staff, as well as the fireplace room will actually turn into the new library for the residents. Again, this is another picture of that beautiful library. This is going to be our new bistro and bar. So where the club room currently is, along with the current library, that gets turned into this beautiful bar. And this is a bar that's going to take place and be that bistro for the residents as well in the morning, and then in the evening turn into that happy hour place. And then the last rendering I want to show you is our dining room. The dining room gets a complete refresh. New furniture, new carpeting, new finishes. You can also see that the bistro that we currently have, there you get your lunches, that changes. It goes to more of a counter style, so to speak. So with that, I hope you are all very excited for the expansion and renovations. If you have questions or concerns, let me know, let Lindsay know, let one of your directors know. We all have this information and we'll be able to answer any questions you have. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jen McEwen. I also failed to mention, I'm not wearing my mask right now. Why? Because I'm in a room basically by myself, and I'm well within the 6 feet that we require. But remember, when you're around campus and working, masks are required. Jen, take it away.
Thank you, Tyler. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, for however you are watching this video. I always like to start off our orientation. I'm so used to doing orientations. I always like to start off our presentation with all of our different new hires that have started in the last 90 days. So you can see we've had a large amount of new employees. Like I always say, please make sure you are making all of these employees feel welcome. If you're seeing those new faces, please take your time to get to know each other, help each other out, and be that great trainer and peer to each other. I have a lot of different updates we're going to go through today. So the first ones that we have is we started employee feedback sessions that were hosted the week of January 17th through January 20th. This is going to be something new that we're going to be doing every 6 months just to make ourselves more out there to hear what you guys are liking. If there's things that you guys want to see adjusted, this is your time. We didn't have a lot of employees who attended these sessions, so please, please, please either come into these sessions, leave a note that's handwritten if you don't want to know who wrote it, or send me an email, but we want to hear your guys' feedback throughout the whole year. Take a look at the calendar effective February 1st, which is Tuesday, for all of the new events that are coming up. We have a new Biggest Loser contest that Willie is heading up from January 31st to March 29th. To weigh in, that would be January 31st and February 1st in the HR offices, so please come find myself or Mia and we can assist you with that. We have our Facebook contest that's wrapping up for the Facebook post of our hiring needs, if you liked, commented, or shared. So we'll have some information coming out by February week 2 of who our winners were for those contests. Something new that's starting on Tuesday, February 15th. All lockers will be getting cleaned out from Eric's team. So that means on that day, please make sure you do not have anything in the lockers. If you have a lock, please take that lock off. Any locks that are not removed by that date will be physically removed. We need to make sure that we have lockers available for all of our employees throughout every single week. And right now we have a lot of employees that have locks on it and we cannot get in. So this will be an annual thing going forward. So Tuesday, February 15th, have all lockers cleaned out. And then just a reminder about COVID booster cards and immunization records to HR. Please make sure you're bringing those to me if you have received your booster. As of right now, we are still continuing the 4 hours of pay if you receive that booster shot. Also, if you are requesting negative PTO because you are out with symptoms and you don't have any PTO left, you just have to fill out a form to sign, and that goes to myself and accounting as well. If you do terminate employment prior to your next anniversary year, you will need to pay back those negative PTO hours on your last paycheck. The next step I'm very excited to talk about is our Employee Assistance Program, or EAP. Our new third-party vendor is FEI. Services include so many different things. You have your normal thing that a lot of employees think about, which is your short-term counseling. They have legal benefits where you can talk to a lawyer for 30 minutes free. You can get a basic will made up for free. Financial benefit and work-life benefits, so just resources that are out there for you if you're going through anything. If you're looking for a senior living facility for a loved one, you can utilize those services and they'll provide you like the top 3 choices that you're looking at. They also now offer travel services, so if you are traveling to California, you want to go to the Redwoods and you know nothing of that area, FEI can help you plan that. They can also help plan if you are taking a pet with you for boarding of facilities as well. To kind of help everyone kind of get used to our new website, we'll have a scavenger hunt from Monday, January 31st through February 9th. Hand in those completed forms with all of the correct answers, and we will have 5 winners will be drawn. So come find HR. We have the scavenger sheets available for you. The next thing I'm also excited to talk about is we're going to be having a new recognition program coming your way here very soon. It's called Extraordinary Rewards. It is through LCS. There are 60 other communities that are also utilizing this reward system. More details to come in a kickoff meeting the last week in March, so please make sure you guys are attending that when we have all the details. Currently, our Extraordinary Impressions program will be discontinued effective March 1st. So that means the lunch program we are currently using will end March 1st. So please make sure you're redeeming your lunches before that date. The next thing we have is an updated employee handbook. We're supposed to update our handbook every 2 years just to make sure that we're staying current with our legal laws. So we have a new handbook that HR will be sitting out in front of the Bradford Terrace piano the whole first week of February. We'll have the handbook ready for you guys to hand out. Basically this printout of what you're seeing on the screen right here, and then everyone has to acknowledge the handbook, and then we'll put that into your employee file. So some changes that you'll see, just some updated language and sections with the new legal laws. We have things about in bowling, transgender, so just kind of changing with the times that the world has currently today. Juneteenth, which is June 19th, was added as a holiday. So ECP will now have 7 paid holidays. I will say that again. Juneteenth, which is June 19th, is a new added holiday, giving us now 7 holidays each year. 2 of the main changes that you will see is the disciplinary process. So we are establishing timelines for how long a corrective action lasts, and this will be effective February 14th. So if you get placed on an oral warning, that'll last for 6 months. If you get put on a written or a final, that will last 12 months long. So if you have questions, please reach out to your directors or myself and we can help you through with that. The next big change then is bereavement leave. So as I was doing this handbook review with our independent partner and looking at our industry trends, we are making some changes to our bereavement leave that will be implemented on February 1st. So we will be transitioning all immediate family will have 3 days of bereavement leave, and all non-immediate family will have 1 day of bereavement leave. I know that this is a change, but we had a very giving program and we needed to make some necessary adjustments based off of the data that we were collecting externally. Also, another change this year is the maximum amount of bereavement leaves in a calendar year will be 3 paid leaves. Meaning if I have, this is such a sad thing to say, but if I had a child pass away, I would receive 3 days of bereavement. Let's say my aunt passes away, that's another 1 day for non-immediate. I have a cousin who passes away, that's another 1 day of non-immediate. And then my parent passes away. Unfortunately, that 4th leave then would be all for my PTO. We have a PTO that's available for all of our employees that are 0.6, which is 24 hours or up. So if you are currently under a 0.6, this would be a great reason to potentially increase your FTE to get to that amount. And then the acknowledgement sign-off form for the employee handbook will be required by February 14th. Once again, if you have any questions with anything with the handbook, please make sure that you reach out to your director or us in HR will be able to assist you. That is our HR update. So next up is Mr. Mike Griever.
Thank you, Jen. I just have 2 quick updates for you, one of which is going to be on the screen. So I'll do the first one first. That's not on the screen. I'm pleased to say that the treasure chest has returned to its normal hours, Mondays from 2 until 4, Fridays from 10 until noon. We are accepting now cash again, just like pre-pandemic, and cards, debit or credit. So that's the update on the treasure chest. The second update I have for you, I think if we go to the next slide, is there something about it?
Yeah, Mike, you have the remote.
Oh, I have it.
The right
Okay.
clicker. There
we go. I only have 2 college degrees. I need to work on this a little bit. As Tyler explained a little while ago, we will be renovating Water Tower and also the first 2 floors of Bradford Terrace. This opens up a tremendous opportunity for all of you. If you have a rec room in your basement, maybe you have a working area in your garage, maybe you have a vacation home somewhere, we have appliances for sale that were previously used in Bradford Terrace right now. We may ultimately have things that were in Water Tower as well, but right now we're talking about Bradford Terrace. They're available for people to take a look at. They are incredibly reasonably priced. Get a refrigerator for $50 or less, a microwave for $30 or less. The ranges are all electric ranges. If you're an extremely handy person, you can even come in and take cabinets off of walls or base cabinets and remove them from kitchens. Countertops are there for you as well. All you have to do is come and see me. I'm on the 2nd floor of the Contemporary. I'm at your convenience. You're responsible for getting them out of the apartments and to your home. This has to be done by February 28th. We're not certain exactly when construction is going to begin after that, so we want this done in plenty of time. Don't delay, come and see me. Appliances, cabinetry, countertops, wonderfully priced, and they can be yours. Just come and see me. And I think that's it. I'm going to turn it back to Lindsay. Here we go. Lindsay, this works by pushing the button here to advance. That'll get it.
Wow, Mike, thank you for that education. Learn something new every day. Well, good morning, afternoon, evening. Saving the best information for last, short and sweet, we are going to be talking about Relias. So Relias is a thorn in all of our sides. I know, it seems redundant, it happens every year, every month. We catch up to it. It's our, as management's, least favorite conversation, but it's required. So again, as a reminder, the expectations for Relias, complete them all monthly. I mean, if you budget it once a month, it shouldn't be that big of a task. Moving forward, instead of having calls from your manager as well as perhaps being put on a corrective action for it based on how many you were delayed with, you will not receive your merit increase if you are not current, and this is applicable for every single department in the community. So my annual review is May 1st. That was my first day here. If I don't have all of my Relias done, I will not get an annual increase. So until I get my Relias 100% current, so if I wait 2 months after that, for example, then I'll finally get a merit increase, and it will not be backdated. Might I add, will not, emphasis on not be backdated. Then, based on our state regulations, CNAs and nurses are required continuing education credits. For CNAs who work in the health center, it's 12 annual credits in order to maintain your license. In the RCAC, so water tower, or our CBRF memory support neighborhood, it's 14 hours. If you work over there, and that's where your job code is. If you are not current with your Relias, not only does the last bullet point I talked about apply to you, and there will be no merit increase, but unfortunately, you will be removed from the schedule prior to your anniversary date. So again, if I'm a CNA in the health center and I'm not current on my 12 hours of Relias, I will be removed from the schedule. And until I am current, I can't be put back on. And that's not East Castle right there. That's the state of Wisconsin nursing home requirement for CNAs and nurses. And then last but not least, COVID update. So, thank you again for all your continuing efforts to provide extraordinary services for our residents over this past year, as well as the year prior and the one before that. We look forward to 2022 being very similar. As always, please report your symptoms to your supervisor immediately if you are not feeling well. So that is a non-negotiable. That's nothing new. Please stay home if you're not feeling well. As we do ask at this time due to our still COVID protocol. Masks are mandatory and eye protection in water tower, CBRF, and SNF. That being said, eye protection is mandatory in water tower, CBRF, and the health center. Masks are mandatory throughout the entire community. And then, last but not least, please read the updates that come out, and if you have questions. That is where the most current information is. We don't want to add exactly what's going on today, because when you watch this in 3 weeks from now, it may be totally different. So please read what is sent out by Tyler, myself. I know it seems redundant, but that is where the most current protocols are, as well as the updates. And then last but not least, thank you all for everything you do here at the castle. Let's start 2022 strong, because we finished 2021 strong, and you stay classy, East Castle.